Hi everyone! For the last video of the year for me, I'm doing a New Year's look, but also tone it down to reflect how we all are staying at home and not doing anything, and if you are going to go out and party, shame on you. As usual, I'm starting off with hydrating my skin. I started off with the setting spray to kind of just moisten my face, and then I'm using this Pat McGrath primer to fill in my pores without drying my skin out. I kind of have mixed feelings about the Fenty Beauty Foundation. When I first got it a while back, I loved it so much, especially because it does match me really well. But as time has gone on, it really isn't as hydrating as I thought it was, especially during the winter. To me, it honestly feels like a worse version of Luminous Silk. So I probably won't be holding on to this. I'm using my favorite concealer as usual to cover my dark circles, which are particularly prominent today. Next, I'm going to go in with a cream contour. I have just been using mostly cream products these days, obviously. As you can see, it has very strong pigmentation to start, but it blends out really seamlessly and easily. So even though it says fair, it might seem really intimidating, and it doesn't seem like it's really made for fair skin. It actually works really well. You just have to do a really good job blending it and just build up light, thin layers like I am here. I use a sponge, but I've also used a brush, and I've even used my finger before. Next, I'm going to use a setting powder just to kind of make sure that certain areas of my face are toned down, because my eyeliner is going to be fairly heavy, so I don't want the rest of my skin to distract from it. It's a shame you can't get this powder anymore, it's really good. As usual, I'm trying to keep my brows a bit on the thinner side these days, so I'm just using a brush to kind of blend and just carefully building up my brows until I like it. I also finally got around to trimming them, so they look a lot better now. Next, I'm going to just apply a very light wash of eyeshadow just to contour my eyelids. It's a really big shame you can't get this eyeshadow palette anymore. I know for a lot of people this was like the ultimate white whale of the makeup item that they wanted the most but couldn't get. It's honestly a miracle that I managed to grab it. For some reason, Nordstrom had them on back order, so you could order and they would eventually get more in, and that's how I managed to get it. As you can see, I'm just applying a light wash of neutral colored eyeshadow. This is just to add a little bit of dimension to my eyelid and push it back in space, and just set a good framing for my eyeliner. You can use any color for this. You absolutely don't have to actually use this palette. As I've mentioned before, I really don't like this eyeliner. I find that it is shiny, it's not super black, and it just really isn't my favorite. But in light of me no longer using Flow Flushy because they rebranded and reformulated, this is the best I have right now. I do plan on spending 2021 hunting for better eyeliners, but for now I found if I just use black eyeshadow on top of liquid eyeliner, it looks okay. So you can see here I'm kind of trying to show all the steps I took to block out my liquid eyeliner. I oftentimes will draw the top line with my eye open. At this point, I've done eyeliner so many times I know what shape I want, but just take it slowly. As you can see here, I'm just very slowly building up the height so that I don't accidentally just like Sharpie my entire eyelid. And I try to get it somewhat symmetrical. Next, as usual, I'm using my favorite black eyeshadow to mattify and intensify the eyeliner. I also use this as a chance to correct some mistakes, and I add a little bit to my lower lash line. I honestly was not really happy with the final shape of this eyeliner today. With eyeliner, sometimes I really like it and other times it's barely passable, and today especially with the asymmetry going on, this is not really my favorite look that I've ever done. But now for the favorite part of the makeup look. Since I have monolids, what I can do is I can actually hide shimmer underneath the part of my eyes that is covered when my eyes are open. So as you can see here, I'm adding a little bit of this really beautiful eyeshadow to my eyeliner in a way that it is hidden when my eyes are open, but if I look down or blink, you can catch a flash of the sparkle. I want the focus to be on the eyeliner, so I'm just using a very natural pair of false eyelashes today. And then I'm going to use mascara. I'm actually going to be using mascara on my top and bottom lashes today. The lashes are really pretty, but they could use a little bit more volume. And because I want to make sure that my natural eyelashes stay curled, I do have to use waterproof. And then I'm going to curl my natural lashes to stick them to the false lashes. You can see here. Next, I'm actually going to be doing my lips first because I'm going to do a bold red lip. I just thought that was really appropriate for the New Year's. So I want to get a good gauge of the intensity of my lip color so that way I know exactly how much blush to apply. I use a brush to kind of diffuse the edges. I don't really like a very defined lip. I picked a blue-based red to match with the blue eyeshadow. This Patrick Ta blush is really great for if I don't know what blush would match. I just go with this. It's kind of just the easiest fallback. I was hoping to pick a more unique color, but I really couldn't think of what would work, so I just went with this one. As you can see, I just build up light layers. I don't want it to be too intense. I'm not using highlighter since the focus is on the eyes and the lips, but I do want to still add just a little bit of glow to my face. So that's what this powder is great for. I decided my face was still looking a little bit flat, especially with how intense the lip was, so I'm going to go in with some more bronzer. You can see now that my face has a little bit more dimension to it, and this is the finished look. The eyeliner definitely was not really agreeing with me today, but that's kind of how it goes with liquid liner. You don't always get the shape you want, and you just have to work with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I'll see you guys next year.